Water is life. Water really is life.
In the desert, water is the limiting resource. Everything we need needs water some way for its process.
Running water does something to people. For me, it soothes my soul.
Any body of water that is fit for human use, for animal use, for plant life use, is gonna be critically important.
We're very blessed with having a very tranquil, very peaceful stretch of river running through Las Cruces.
The Rio Grande starts in southern Colorado and it ends at the Gulf of Mexico. It's over 1,200 miles long. It runs through 3 U.S. states and between 2 modern nations.
Without the Rio Grande River, there'd be almost no farming in the entire reach of the Rio Grande. So our fertile soils in these valleys come from the millennia of flood events that have brought silt and fertile soils into our valley where they settle out, and we're now able to grow crops in them.
At one time, the Rio Grande flowed back and forth from the mountains to here. It was a wild river.
3 states in the United States depend on some portion of their water for irrigation or drinking from the Rio Grande. So it's a very important body of water. The Rio Grande, 30 million years ago, did not flow past through completely the Mesilla Valley and then make a left turn over by Mount Cristo Rey on the south side of the Franklins and then run east to west in Texas. It ran between the Organ Mountains, Bishop's Cap, and the Franklin Mountains area.
Before we had the levee system, it was a wild river. There's stories back in the 1800s where whole herds of cattle and the cattlemen pushing them across the river got stuck on islands for days at a time when the river rose, and it would rise unexpectedly. There was no control dams, there's no check dams. When it rained down into a canyon, it came full force out into the river.
In the early 1900s, the brand new Bureau of Reclamation was looking for ways that they could manage water resources in the desert west and expand production agriculture and therefore settle the west. Elephant Butte Irrigation District, our sister district in El Paso, came together, petitioned reclamation, and the Rio Grande Project was formed with the big dam at Elephant Butte and 30 years later a smaller dam at Caballo.
There's really no way to talk about any of these modern cities up and down this body of water without talking about the river itself.
The Rio Grande feeds all of the water for our agricultural production within our region.
The river's a living being. It's not just a body of water.
It's good that people are starting to pay attention to it in lots of different ways.
We have a running river, the Rio Grande, not just a river, but the Rio Grande running through our back door.
We still have an attraction, a draw, even a need to have nature around us, wildlife around us, to be able to go interact with it.
Water is life. How important the river is, both metaphorically, culturally, sustainability. It has all of these aspects to the river.